Hello, hello. All right. Okie dokie. I'm doing a pop-up today. Let me know if you can hear me. I gotta mute the tab. All right. Oh, hi, Dezarey. Hi, Sharbati. How are you? Thanks for coming in. It's good to see everybody. I wanted to come on, and I've been, how life is. You have to take care of so many different things, and then you run out of time. So I finally got everything settled, and I can come over here and hang out with you guys. So today I'm working on an oracle deck, and I bought this paper here. This is cardstock, and it is like multicolored. So it's really cool. So this is actually 50 some odd pages, 110 pound paper, but I only need 10. I only need 10 pages. So let me see if I could open this. And then I'm going to print out the cards, and I'm going to work on chopping them up. I have a guillotine, and that's what I'm going to be using. And usually projects like this, like I enjoy them, but at the same time, they're so it's such a long process that it's nice to have company. So that is what I've got going on for today. This cardstock is nice. I saw all kinds of reviews. Oh, it's very thick. Oh, this is great. I think this is going to be awesome. Hey, Majid. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Hey, Durga. I know this is a nice color. But look at this blue and the purple. So the reason that I'm doing this is because it's a question deck, and I wanted the questions, there's no art, right? It's just questions. So what I wanted to do was print it on color paper, and how pretty that'll look. I feel like it's gonna look super cool. Here, let me put it like this. You can kind of see it's gonna look nice. All right, friends, thank you so much for coming in to hang out. And I'm just working on, I'm gonna be printing a deck that I will use for readings the next time I go live. So I only need 10 pages. There's 7 colors. So the cool colors are my favorite. So I think what I'm going to do is use 2 of the purples and 2 of these blues. This blue is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I like that cobalt blue, but I'll work with this blue. I'll take this blue. So we'll do 2, hold on. So 2, 4, 6. Okay, so I have 6 pages so far. And then We need a lime color. Our friends from India coming in. Hey, Durga. How are you? It's good to see you. Sometimes because the timing is different, right? We don't get to see our friends from India as often because it's like in the wee hours of the morning for you when I usually go live. So going on a afternoon like this is kind of nice. Yeah, the green is cool and the lime too. This one is orange. To me, the orange and the red look pretty similar, but you know, that's okay. And then the red, for some reason, the red feels a little bit different than the rest of them, but that's okay. Okay. So these are the colors. I'm gonna feed this into the printer and we're gonna see how it goes. This is very thick cardstock. Yeah, this is red, but it does kind of lean more towards pink, right? This is the cup that you gave me, which I consider to be true red, and you can see that it looks very different. So we'll see. Into the printer it goes. I'm nervous. I'm always nervous. I usually have it printed by like a Office Depot or something like that, but I didn't do that. Hopefully this printer can handle that thick cardstock. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. You saw the difference? Okay, so it's magic time. I'm gonna hit the print button. Should I print one at a time? I should print one at a time. Eee, this is scary. Let's see. We're gonna print. All right, I'm just gonna do it and hope for the best. So while that's printing, ooh, can you hear it? The first page is in. It's working. All right, so this, I'm going to show you this while we're sitting here. This is tarot of the guiding, no, this is the Muse tarot. This is the Muse. This is the deck that I'm going to be using for March. I think it's very cool, colorful, artistic, awesome for creative readings. I feel like something weird is happening. I need to check the printer, but I see, what in the world? The pages came out blank. This deck is pretty cool. All right, let me see. I'm gonna leave you on these cards while I check out the printer. The thick paper should only be 1 or 2 at a time so it doesn't jam. Oh, okay. All right, thanks, Sharbati. Let me check that. Yeah, I love this deck. So hold on, let me check the printer and see what's happening. Okay, well, 2 pages printed. So I have these 2. And then all the other ones are blank. So now this is where it gets, I should have done them one at a time. No, I take it back. The red page printed. So now I have to see what printed and what didn't print so that I can reprint. That's annoying. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to take Sharbati's advice and we're going to do one page at a time so that it doesn't jam. And I'm going to have to check to see what printed and what didn't print. So let's see here. So for now, I'm going to move these gorgeous cards out of the way. This beauteous deck is going to be my deck for the month of March. All right, let me see. So the first one is this one. What seeds? What's absolutely awful? That's a great question. What is the first step to loving myself? That's pretty cool. All right, so it looks like, what page is this? Page 1 did not print because page 1 was, how do I feel about expressing my truest self? So let's just do page 1. If I could find the print button. How come? Oh, here it is right here. Okay. So we're just going to do page 1. Let's try that. Hey, Fatima, how are you? Come on in. All right, that is page 1. So that's really weird because I hit print, but the paper fed in and then it didn't print. So I'm going to have to open the print manager. Let me see. Terika and Amaji are in the chat. Welcome in. Nothing happened. Here, print queue. Let's go to the print queue, and there's nothing in the queue. I don't know if I like this. Hold on. So I'm going to try closing it. And hey, Ascending Universal Butterfly, how are you? Welcome in. I am trying to figure out how to print this deck. So we're gonna go. I think I had it in my tarot folder. Looking. Okay, so let's try again. Oh, hi, Maria. Maria Scorpio 92. How are you? Okay, so far we have what seeds can I plant? What's absolutely awful? What is the first step? I want to print this page, which is page 1. We just want page 1. So let me check the paper. You're doing chores? You're doing chores? I did that yesterday and this more earlier today. All right, we're gonna try print page 1. Yes, the colors are really pretty. I got like a pack that has all the colors of the rainbow. For some reason, it's not wanting to print. I wonder if... Hey, Lori, how are you? Welcome in. I wonder if I have to feed it a different way. All right. Love the shade of your... Oh, thank you. It's a little bit, I guess, like more on the neutral side. I thought it was perfect. I know different people are in different areas, but here the weather has been really nice and it kind of feels a little bit like spring is in the air. So I wanted to bring in some of that energy. Let's try doing this current page. For some reason, let me know if you can hear me. Sorry about that. I had an incoming call. You can hear and see now. Okay, thank you. I was gonna try and print again because for some reason it doesn't want to go, like it grabs the paper, but then it stops. But it printed on 3 of the pages. We only have 7 more to go. Come on, printer. Work with me. So we're gonna do current. Let's see. Well, I like the questions too. So sorry, Ascending Universal Butterfly, I just saw your comment. I love the questions too. So this deck has 110 questions, and I wanted to have something like this because I think sometimes questions are good, especially like I thought, how cool would it be if you pulled a question at the end of a reading? Or what if you are doing a reading but you don't really have a question and you're not really sure? So you know, you decide I'm gonna just pull a question. Or if you wanted to pull a question and forget about cards, you want to instead journal. Like that would be great too. All right, so we got our yellow page. Yay, it's starting to work. All right, so there's a yellow. How do I feel about expressing my truest self? That was page 1. I should label them so that I don't get confused later. So this was page 1. And then page 2 is what's the first step to loving myself? So this is page 2. And then after that was what seeds can I plant today? So this one here is page 3. And then after that was I give myself permission to. This one we don't have, so we're going to try to print that one. We're going to try to print that one. So I know. And you know what? Like the lady that creates these decks, like she's practically giving them away. Like you can go on her Ko-fi site and she sells them for like $5. It's basically for her for the time that it took her to create this document. And then you can buy them and print them. And I just bought cardstock paper, but you could do it on regular paper and you can laminate it if you want to. You know, or like sometimes your cards get messed up over time. Well, if you have the PDF, you could just print out the card that got messed up or the card that got lost. It's so nice. I do try to support creators, small creators like that, because it's not easy. All right, so we're gonna attempt this one and we're doing current page. This idea is working better. Thank you, Sharbetty. Oh, you have the flu? Wow, that's terrible. That's terrible. I know the flu is going around. Hey, Maria, how are you, friend? It's good to see you. I am printing a deck and struggling with the printer, but so far I got 4 pages, so we only need 6 more. Hee hee. Going to take a look tomorrow. Yeah, it's hard. Having the flu is no joke. My daughter's friend just had the flu, and then it got complicated, and she ended up also developing, I think it was bronchitis. So she was definitely home for a really long time. It's definitely, the paper is not feeding into the printer. And I remember my other printer had a way that you could lay the paper flat, and feed it one at a time. But I don't think this one has that option. So I have to do the annoying thing of going back and forth between. So I'm happy that everybody is here, keeping me and keeping everybody else company. Let me see. And we're gonna do current page, which was page 4, because I have 1, 2, and 3 already. Okay, so that came out nice. So that one was here in purple. This was page number 4. And then number 5 is, what do I need to thrive? Okay, I don't have that page yet, so I have to print number 5. I'm loading it through the feeder in the back because I don't see any other feeder, but my other printer had multiple ways to feed, so it's really weird. So this is page number 5. I have to do it again. I have to do it again. When you're like, it's not hot, but because you're moving around, you're starting to get warm. That's what's happening. Let's try that again. You like the blue paper? Yeah, the blue paper is nice. It's like an aqua. Hey, Bill. How are you? Maybe it doesn't sense enough paper, so I'm gonna put like regular paper. Let's see. Let's see if that helps. This deck is a deck that I purchased, a PDF deck, Bill. So I purchased a PDF and now I'm just printing it out. I have actually I have quite a few decks like this, but this is only the second one that I'm printing and working on. The first time I did this, I just sent it to like the local office supply store. But since this was just black ink, I figured, oh, I could do this at home myself, but I'm struggling a little bit. So we're gonna try to print page 5 and see what happens. Ooh, that one worked. So I think I needed more paper in the back. So this one is in orange. What do I need to thrive? That was page number 5. And then 6 was about karmic patterns. All right, so we're going to do page 6 next. Let's see. Bill, what do you mean I'm good, I think? You know what? It seems to be working now. Finally, we're cooking with gas. Yeah. All right. And this one was green. So this is page number 6. And then the next one was 7. Ooh, is it worth it? That's an awesome question. Can you imagine if you go to the tarot with this weird, situation, and then the card that comes out is it worth it? Isn't there a song that says that? By Missy Elliott, I think. It probably has a different meaning, but that's okay. Current. Print. Yeah, that's what it was. It didn't have enough paper in the back, so it wasn't feeding. All right. So now we have this neon color, and this one is page number 7. Okay. And then the next one is what would make things easier? What would make things easier? That's number 8. So we're gonna print page 8. One can never know for sure until the end of the day how they are doing. Well, I mean, I guess it depends how you look at it. If you're focused in the here and now at this moment in time, I'm doing well. The printer is working. I'm here with you all. Everything is fine. So here we go. What would make things easier? So that was page number 8. And then we're almost done. Here, page number 9. That was this one, what's absolutely awful. So we only have one more page left, which is page 10. Oh, this is a good one. Happiness is. I like questions like that too, where they start it and then you complete it with a thought. So let's print this one and do current. This deck has 120 questions. This is nice cardstock. This is not the kind of cardstock that you're going to be able to cut out 2 and 3 pages at a time. You'll have to do this 1 page at a time. That's super cool. My candle, believe it or not, is on, but it's like fading. Happiness is love. Oh, that's so good. Yes, you guys, finish the statement. Happiness is. Finish the statement. Of course, the last one doesn't want to work. Let's see. Let's try it again. All right, that one didn't work. So I'm going to put more of the thick paper behind it to see if it motivates it, pushes it through the printer since we're on the last page. Happiness is. A deep breath in your lungs. How about that? A deep breath. Backwards too. Love is happiness. Oh, you're right. You're right. Goes both ways. All right. Page 10. Come on. Come on, spirit team, help me. That one didn't work. I have to try it again. I have to try it again. Should be everyone's motto. Yeah, that is so true. Do current print. Oh my gosh. Doesn't want to go. I'm going to try it one more time. And one more time. Happiness is when the printer prints. That is happiness. When the printer prints. The good news is that it printed. The bad news is it printed in red, not purple. But right now, we're just going to be happy that it printed. Right now, we're going to take it. I'll take it. All right. So the last page, there it was. Happiness is. That was the last page. It's a lot of work, these things. But I have to tell you, when you take the time to do this, it's like you're putting your energy into the deck, and then it becomes part of you, right? An extension of you. So I kind of like that. All right, so now we have our 10 pages and we're ready to start trimming. So usually when I'm doing this, I will use like a tool like this, a guillotine, right? Fiskars. This is my tried and true. This is also what I use when I trim decks or modify decks. And I need a sip of water. Okay. To turn into a deck to shuffle. Yeah. So we're gonna use this bad boy. And when I'm trimming decks or doing stuff like this, I like to trim one edge at a time. So, and of course it's never gonna be perfect, but we could try. You could try, right? Feel good about that. I'm gonna do it. Whoa, that's not bad. Look, that's not bad at all. That's pretty amazing. That is not bad. Okay, come down. 9 to go. Well, actually, there's 4 sides and then 10 pages, so that's like 40 cuts. Okay, here goes nothing. So this is where, when I do this, I can also see the chat and read the chat. I didn't go live on Friday because energetically, I just wasn't able to. And we have to honor, we have to honor that. Right now I am really feeling these eclipse energies, and it's just not easy. You're making a static noise. Is it when I use the trimmer? You hear it too. All right. So is it because I'm here? I'm gonna take off my headset and I'll look at my pineapple. These are the ones that I'm wearing because the normal headsets were out of battery. Let's see. Okay, so I took those out. Tell me if that's better or worse. We gotta troubleshoot. Is that better or worse? Oh, look, the light is red. I wonder if they were just out of battery. Tell me if you can still hear like static. Also, I feel like I don't know. I'm like wondering if my guillotine might not be, it is crackling now and again. Okay, it seems to have stopped. Let me know. Because I also have it on the charger, but if it's the charging cable, I can disconnect it. I think the battery is looking decent. Kind of sounds like Operation Game. All right, so the battery is at 89. So I'll keep going, but if it continues, let me know and I'll try taking it off the charger and see if that helps. All right, so let's try this. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's good so far. Okay. Once you start to get the hang of the placement of the paper, it gets a little bit easier. The thing is, you gotta do it with gusto. You know what I mean? Like this one, you could tell that it took a while to feed because it's not centered. Like look at the margin on this side compared to the other side. So it's crazy. Or it could be when I touch the cable, like sometimes my paper is touching the cable and maybe that's why it's doing that sound. So let me try to move the cable. Sorry if there's wiggling. Okay, and then you can tell me if that is better. You know when you go to the eye doctor and they're like, better hear 1 or 2? 2 or 3? Yes, please remember to hit the like button, friends. I feel like every day I wake up and I have less and less watch hours. I'm like, what is happening? Why am I losing my hours? I'm losing my hours, you guys. This one. Let's try it. That one is off like a hair. That one was off like a hair. All right. It's off by a hair. That's gonna bug me. All right. We'll leave it alone. You know when you're cutting hair and it's slightly off, and so you keep like working it, and then before you know it, you cut off all the hair, and now there's no hair left because you're trying to get it perfect. We do not want that to happen. We do not want that. Sometimes I feel like, girl, be careful you don't get your finger in there. Slice your whole finger. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. There. Ooh, that's 10 cuts down. 10 cuts. It's not horrible. I got most of them just right. There's a few that are off, but let me double check. Okay, these two red ones are good. That one is good. That one is good. All right, this green one is off. I gotta fix it, you guys. All right. See, I feel like it's time to sharpen the blade or replace the blade. That's what I think. Because you see how it's a like fuzzy right here? I think it's time to replace the blade. I heard that you could replace the blade, but I don't know how to. I've never done that before. I thought you just throw the whole thing away, and somebody told me, no, you just replace the blade. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know. All right, this one is off a hair. When you use these, you gotta be careful, right? Because sometimes you're like, oh, I'll do 2 pages at a time or 3 pages at a time, and all that does is dull the blade. So as much as you don't want to, you try to stick with the process, otherwise it's gonna get messed up and you don't want them. I'm going all kinds of crazy. Make sure it's clean. Yes, like if you, and that's a good point, because I do sticker, that one came out good. I do a lot of sticker paper too. This one is good. And this one is, I just want to get like a hair. I do a lot of sticker paper, so sometimes, you know, the stickiness that could also like get in the way. Beautiful. Okay, so we have 10 sides done. We're gonna do the other side. Oh my god, I'm totally mistaken. I said 40 cuts, but that's not true. 40 cuts will be like just the outside. After that, I still have to cut 3 and 2. 5 cuts per each, 50 cuts. We're gonna be here all day. This is gonna be a to be continued. Tape and glue sticks to it. Make sure it's clean. Yep. Make sure. I wanted to get on here earlier because I wanted to take advantage of the daylight, even though it is, I don't know if you've noticed, but over here it's starting to get dark a little bit later. So that's not perfect, but it's not awful. I'll do one more little slicey slice. One more little slicey slice. There. So it's not dark yet, but it's gonna be dark soon. I heard you can cut foil to sharpen the blades. Ooh. Well, I mean, all of those ideas are great because I thought you had to just take your thing and throw it away. That's what I thought. I thought you just threw everything away and then started all over again. But yeah, this part can just be replaced. It's 3 screws holding it in place. Ooh, that was a good one. I got that one good. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna change my mindset. Instead of thinking about how many slices I need, I'm just gonna focus on getting a good slice. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I know, can you imagine? I would have like, my hands would be all like cramped up. It'd be terrible. And I've done that before too. I have done that before. Okay, that one is slightly off. Right there. Do you have a knife file? A knife file? You mean like... You mean like one of these? I have this. Is this what you mean? Lord knows I don't know how to use it. Knife sharpener works wonders. I'll be outside. Yeah, yeah, yeah. With my knife sharpener. I don't know, because you see, look, there's the blade. I don't know how you would do that. Right? Like that. I don't want to test it with my finger and slice it off. Because you can't do it from this side. It would be too hard, I think. It would be too hard. All right. So I did a couple of goes. Let's see. All right. Let's see if that magically solved my problem. Electric knife sharpener. Okay, why are you getting fancy now, Maria? Are you a chef? You must be a chef. You must be a chef. Right there. Ooh, that came out good. Therapeutic and de-stressing. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Let's see. Although I'm not gonna lie, like, I know that the printing service, obviously they will print it for you, but they don't cut it. Like if they cut it, I would have totally been like, here you go. I'll pay extra. Cause it's a lot of work. Beautiful. Beautiful, kind of. Kind of, not really. That part right there. Okay. You think it worked? You think I did it? Let's see. I wish I wouldn't be struggling with my cooking. You struggle with your cooking? I had to prep everything for dinner so that when my daughter comes home later, I'm almost ready. Last time I was on a live and she was like, what the hell? Why haven't you cooked? Why haven't you cooked, woman? I said, uh-oh. One clean cut. Also, like, you have to go for it. If you like try to do it slow, that's not gonna work. That is not gonna work. You can't second guess it. You know, that's a powerful, not a motto, but like a statement just in general, right? Like, if you're gonna do something, you gotta do it with everything you got. Because if you do it and you second guess it and you slow or you lose momentum, like, it's not gonna be as effective, right? You gotta, that's called follow through, and you need that. You need follow through in order to do it right. one came out crooked, but it's because I think when it fed into the printer, it fed in crooked. So that's what happened. I forgot who I was watching online, and they basically said that their cat was afraid of the sound of the guillotine, so then they couldn't do this stuff with the cat there. Which I thought was hilarious. Okay, let's see. You're making creamy chicken enchiladas. The chicken is ready and cooling down. Oh, that's amazing. I seasoned some pork chops and I sliced up some onion so that we could saute. And I have the rice in the rice cooker. And I thought I put the timer, but I don't think I put the timer. So let me go check. I gotta check. Now I gotta decide, because it's too long to do it like this, so I'm gonna have to start slicing this way. That's what I'm gonna have to do now. You got confetti. Okay, I put the timer on the rice, so the rice will start in 1 hour. So, what do I want less of? Answer that question in the chat. Do you see it here? Look, what do I want less of? Tell me that. Less. Oh my God. It's looking good. It's looking good. You don't think? Look at that. This is where I want to be greedy and put all 4 in, but I can't. If I do that, I'll mess it up. Can I do it, please, please? If I do that, I'll mess it up. So we cannot do that. That would be a travesty. What if I did that? No, because then the paper will move. Don't you think the paper will move if I do that? I feel like, no. Don't take chances. Don't take chances. It's not worth it. Okay. Stick with the plan. Stick with the plan. We gotta stick with the plan. Okay. See? It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I feel like it's getting dark. I gotta put on a light. Let me see. Oh, that's bright. Is that better? Tell me if that's too much. Okay, that looks good right there. Ooh, sugar. If somebody come in and ask for a reading, I'm gonna pull one of these cards and be like, here you go, you're welcome. Go get your journal and answer the question. Is anybody else a journaler? Look how cute they are. And then you would shuffle these little squares And that would be it. They're so cute. Look at that. I mean, these are great questions. How can I make more space? What is moving towards me, and what can I do to be at peace with the world? I think this is awesome. All right, we got 3 down. How much was it? 112 questions. We're making progress. Constance, hi, how are you? You started sharing about journal prompts. I love that. Because sometimes you want to journal, but you don't really know what you're going to journal about. But this is going to be awesome. I'm working on this question deck because I feel like it's good if you want to journal. So it's a good jumping off point for journaling. It's also, I think, a great way to end a reading. I think it's a great way to start a reading as well. So, I mean, there's so many uses. And this deck was a PDF deck. I bought it from this wonderful woman named Kristen Over the Moon. Is it Over the Moon? I need to check. I'll check and I'll link it in the video after. Because I like to buy her decks. She's black, and she does a lot of you know, person of color decks, and I love them. She did a soul music deck that I bought, and I recently bought a poetry deck that had like all these like grandmother kind archetypes on the deck. It was so nice, and I had to have it. And since they're PDF, you know, you get them immediately, and then you can print them and cut them out. And if one gets messed up, you could reprint. If one gets lost, sometimes people's like pets get their cards and stuff like that. So, you know, there's options. So I love that. I got some cardstock paper, and I did cardstock paper because I didn't want to have to laminate them, because then it's 112 cards, and if you laminate them, they'll be like even thicker. I'm gonna have a lot of confetti after this. This is a great one. What is not working? What is not working? I put the overhead light on, but tell me if it's causing a glare, because I'll shut it off. I just felt like it was starting to get dark, so I put it on. All right. Guess what? Just as easy as that, we have page 1 accomplished. Awesome. It's fine. Okay. All right. Let's move on to green, shall we? Let's move on to green. Can you imagine like cutting this out with like an X-Acto knife? Oh my God, that would take forever. See? You see what I did there? I second guessed. I didn't go down all the way, and it got messed up. You see that? I don't know why. I second guessed it. Look. I just said don't second guess it. And look what I did. Do you see the edge? It's messed up. I messed it up. Maria, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, I'll keep going. It's hard when you be like the perfectionist type. But you know, this is a good practice for us perfectionist types, because it doesn't have to be perfect. You're right, it does not have to be perfect. Okay, so that's the first one. some people, when they work with like a square deck, they like take note if it comes out this way, this way, this way. I feel like that would be a lot for me, so we're just gonna stick with normal. Can you imagine? North, south, east, or west? I'd be like, what? I can't. Oop. Look back there. Okay. I sliced that off. And then I don't know if I could fix this side. Let's see. Maybe. Kind of. All right. Thank you. Oh, I did it. I had to conquer the beast. The beast that wants everything perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. None of us are perfect. So why does the deck have to be perfect? It just has to work. It just has to give the message to the person. That's it. That's all it has to do. But part of it is like a little bit of like, you know, what is that? Obsessive compulsive or compulsion or whatever. Part of it is that, because part of me wants to like start taking each card and put it in the pile instead of just waiting till the end. What's the matter? There we go. Now I could take all 3 cards and put them away. Beautiful. And it was repaired. It was repaired. Let's see. No. Dos. Okay. Let's do this now. Can I get it? This is awesome right there. Okay. Yeah. I did it. All right. Look, poor Joy. Joy, stay right there. Don't wiggle around. Right there. All right, well, we know what Maria's cooking and we know what I'm cooking. What is everybody else? Or is it even dinner time? Probably not, because me and Maria are on the East Coast. So it might not even be dinner time for everybody just yet. Oh, I kind of like this, because that eliminates, I feel like that eliminated some cuts doing that. Whatever I just did. Let me see if I can replicate that, because I feel like it eliminated a couple of slices. All right. Only because it's satisfying. Look, that's 2 pages done. Looks good. All right, let's move on to lime green. Lime green. What needs cleaning up? Look at that. What needs cleaning up? Can you see it? Right there. What needs cleaning up? I like to start early and take my time so I don't get tired. Yeah, that's so true. Like, pace yourself, right? That's what you mean? I think that, I like that. You pace yourself, and that way it doesn't seem as overwhelming. Oh, no wonder I wasn't in all the way. There. So what I was saying that will eliminate cuts, instead of cutting 1, 2, 3, is slice it right here. See? And that eliminates some cuts. My head needs cleansing up. Or cleaning up. Your head needs cleaning up. What needs cleaning up? Yeah. I like that. Your head. Because sometimes we get carried away. We get carried away with stuff. All right. That definitely eliminates a couple of slices. Right? I think it does. Too much clutter. Yeah. Me too. So like this is how this would work, right? So right here, like let's say this is the question that came out. What decision needs to be made, right? And then let's say I'm just gonna grab the first card right here. And then we have this one, 8 of Voices. 8 voices is throat. So the swords, 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Oh, 8 of Swords is the card. Oh my God, Maria. 8 of Voices, that's the card of like limiting beliefs, right? That idea that you yourself are the one that's holding you back. Nobody else, you. You have created these strongholds that keep you in place, and it makes you feel like you're trapped in a situation when you're not. Like you could easily just shift your thinking just a little bit and then approach the situation a different way. So when you think about this, what decision needs to be made, and you combine it with this 8 of Voices, well, maybe the decision that needs to be made is which one of those overwhelming thoughts, which one of those limiting beliefs that's holding you back needs to be cut, right? Which one needs to be eliminated? Which one needs to be reframed? That's so I feel like that's why I wanted to do this, because I feel like the question is gonna add so much depth to the tarot card. Oh my gosh, that was good. That was good. So that's an example of how it would work. All right. Stop fooling around and keep cutting. Okay. Right? I think that's gonna be cool. I think that's gonna be cool. I feel parched. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So at this point, I have enough cards cut that if somebody needed something, I guess I could. But no, because you know why? Because then I won't get done with the project. But I like this. So maybe I'll go live one of these days, you know, por la tarde, after work or something, and see. And maybe I could just do readings and see what happens. Although I have to say, we have a full moon. Is it a full moon coming up on the 3rd, which is an eclipse? And I was thinking that I should do a fire that night, is what I was thinking. So what day is today's the 2nd. What day is the 3rd? So that will be Tuesday. Maybe I'll do that on Tuesday evening. Are you available? Are you available? All are welcome. You gotta bring a bottle of wine and some kindling. Bottle of wine and some kindling, and we should be all set. Awesome. See? You'll be available. And we need that because there's a lot going on right now. So we need to celebrate and come in ritual. Come in ritual. Look, I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. That eliminates a few extra cuts, so it's making it go a little bit faster. Oh my God. So I put the cooker, the rice cooker, on a timer to start in 1 hour, and I think it started already. That wasn't 1 hour. I got gypped. At least it'll keep everything warm until she gets home. All right, ready? I'm gonna show you. Eee, look, that looks pretty. Like this, it was looking Christmassy, but like this, it looks good. They're not even, but you know, I don't think they need to be. All right, we just did green, so let's pick a different color. Oh, Maria liked blue, so let's do blue. Look, this aqua blue is so pretty. Dezarey said that she was doing chores. She's gone. She is gone, gone, gone. I can already hear the birds outside. I woke up this morning, I opened the sliding glass door. The first thing I heard was the birds singing. And I was imagining that they were just saying good morning to me. Chirping away. Okay. The color catches your eye. Yeah. Yeah. It totally does. Look, see, that's what I'm talking about. If you slice here and here, it eliminates. So instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cuts, you're, you know, doing 2. So it saves you 4 cuts. Do I sound like a crazy person? There we go. I do like going live, and I like doing readings too, but like sometimes you want to do something besides readings, right? Maria says no. Oh my gosh. I was telling my son that sometimes I pause a conversation in my mind and then I rewind it so I could listen to the part that I missed. And he's looking at me weird and I'm like, well, I thought everybody does that. And he was like, no, everybody doesn't do that. You get tired of doing readings. It's a lot because sometimes I just want to come and hang out with people and talk, and I don't mind. Of course, I know I don't mind doing readings, but like I don't want it to be just that, you know. Like I always wanted it to be a little bit of everything, and of course, it's gonna be tarot related because that's what I do. But you know, last time, like a couple Sundays ago, I came and I edged a deck. That's one of those projects that I knew I wanted to do and I kept putting it off and putting it off. And doing it on camera actually, gave me the motivation to get it done. And also, it made it go by faster. It didn't feel like such a chore. So, that made me feel happy. Look, 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 look. Ta, that looks good. It's starting to look so good. And it's a nice size. It feels good in your hand. You know, I like when it's square. I have a square deck and it's full of Bible quotes from the Bible, like Psalms and stuff like that. And I keep that deck by my bed, and that one, what I do is every time I change the sheets, I pull a card from that deck. And then I read it, and then when I make the bed, I just set the intention, right? That when I lay my head on that pillow, that I'm gonna take the energy of that card with me. Okay, yeah, see? It starts to get icky at the bottom. I do feel like I need to sharpen the blade or replace the blade. But you know, I've had this for so long. And also with this cardstock, it's harder because it's so thick. But you know, I use this to trim all of my, like when I'm doing my projects on my decks, if I'm cutting them, this is what I use. So after a while, yeah, like it starts to, you know, it needs a little something. It needs a little something. So there, that's the first of the yellows. This is nice colors too. I'm not a pastel person. I'm more of a, I like bold, bright colors. I do have some things that are pastel, but it's just me. That's better. Then we do the other side. Oh my God, it got messed up. It's like down here that it's happening. It's right here. That probably sounds annoying. Let's see. There we go. Got it. All right. Do have a little bit of confetti going on here. Okay. I'm kind of liking these. This is gonna be a great addition. Oh, why do I keep pausing? I keep pausing and it gets messed up. Why? Okay, hold on. Hold on, because now I gotta fix it. Oh my God, it's not gonna cut. It's done. What if I did it this way? Está gota. Ya, it doesn't want to. It does not want to cut. It's done. Oh damn, I did not think that that was gonna happen, that I was gonna have to, that I wouldn't be able to finish. Now I need to order, either order a blade or remove this blade and see if I can sharpen it. But you know, I've had this one for such a long time, Lord knows. I've had this for such a long time. See, it's doing good for the short, like these little cuts. For the bigger cuts, it's like, I'm tired. I understand. I don't know what font this is. At first I was like, meh, but you know, it's starting to grow on me, the font. There. Try to get some of that off. Because, and I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on page 5, which means I had 5 more pages to go. But I think it might be time to sharpen the blade. Bill, I have a paper cutter similar to that one. Are you going to laminate each of these? I would have if it was thinner, but since this cardstock is 110 pound, so it's just like business cardstock, I'm just gonna leave it like that. There's something like about the way that it feels when you're shuffling paper that I find, you know, I find that I enjoy. So I am not planning on laminating these, although I do have a laminator. And I could, but I'm not planning on it. Even my other ones that I try the foil trick. Okay, so Dezarey, I get the foil and then I just do it up and down like this. What do you, like, is that what I do? Tell me, because I have foil. I got heavy duty foil too. Oh, look at that, Miracle came out. Miracle has come out of hiding. Oh, and Kimchi too. Hey, hey. Oh my gosh, I forgot to feed the stray cats last night. I felt so awful. Just cut the foil. Like you, oh, like you cut the paper. Ooh, that's so smart. Okay, okay, let me try that. Maria and Dezarey, I'll try that. But look at my progress. Look how cute. It looks good, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. We have 5 to go. So I think the next color is gonna be purple. So I'm gonna put this here so you can look at while I go get the aluminum paper. Hi, Kimchi. Kimchi. You know, I have to say, like, women are like masters. They figure out ways to like do everything. You know, they say necessity is the mother of invention. Okay, should I put it shiny side? This is the shiny side. This is the dull side. Which way should I put it? Should it be shiny or other? While you think about it, I'm gonna drink water. Yes, Murky? It doesn't matter. Are you sure? Because I heard that one side of the paper gets hot to touch and the other side does not get hot to touch, but I don't remember which one. All right. Here goes nothing. Ooh, that worked. Look at that. That's a sharp cut, man. Let's do it again. That was fun. Oh my God. That was good. I'm gonna flip it to the other side just in case, you know. Por A o por B. You never know. Let's see. Oh, shika. It's working. I gotta get ready to do my Sunday show. I am impressed with your patience, Bill. You know, we all got stuff to work on, and that's just, these are the things that I do so that I could work on my situation. Have a great Sunday show, Bill. Isn't it early though? It's 5:20, so that means it's what? 2:20 over there. 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. It's 2:20 by you. All right, let's see if that worked, you guys. Maybe I'll do that in between cuts. Maybe that could help me get to the end of the project. All right, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. That totally worked, you guys. That totally worked. I mean, it didn't like 100%, but it's so much better. Ooh, you guys are amazing. Let's see, I have projects that I started 15 years ago and I haven't finished. Damn. I have crochet projects like that. I had like a shawl and I lost the pattern and that was it. Like once I lost the pattern, I didn't know what else to do with this, so I took it apart. I sure did. I took it apart. Ooh, the purple looks nice. Purple's my favorite color. This looks nice. Oh, I can't believe that worked. You guys are so smart. I feel like every trick that I learn in this channel is so freaking useful. Like one day, I want to say it was Indigo. Hi, Lovey, how are you? I want to say it was Indigo came in and they said, we were talking about cats and how they scratch like the carpet. And then Indigo said, oh, you put some lavender or tea tree on the carpet. And you know, like I didn't see the comment at the time. I didn't see it. But the next day when I was doing the timestamps, I saw it. So I grabbed the bottle of oil and I went to the three entrances of the carpet and I put the oil down. And you know that totally worked. They haven't scratched. And Miracle was the biggest culprit. I have been catching her using the scratching post more and more often. And I was like, who knew? Who knew? Look, you guys, it totally worked. Damn. So I'm just gonna do aluminum paper trick in between each sheet. Wow, that was amazing. Oh no, I slowed down there at the bottom. All right, I'll fix it like this. I slowed down. There, I got it. I got it. You see? Look, here's the camera right there. It's hard because the sun is setting. The sun is literally right there. It's coming in. It's coming in. Is your cat's name Miracle? Yes. I have two cats. Miracle actually belongs to my daughter. And every time, I'm always like, you know why her name is Miracle? Because it's a miracle she's still alive. Lord, this cat makes me crazy. And then Kimchi is my cat. Kimchi is mine and Miracle belongs to my daughter. Lovey, how are you doing? I am preparing this fabulous deck for use during my next live reading session because this is gonna be so good doing these questions. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This came out good. This came out so good. We had a car that we named Miracle because she almost died, so we gave her that name. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right, so Miracle, the way that we got Miracle was my friends and coworker was driving in her neighborhood and Miracle appeared in the middle of the road, and so she slammed on the brakes and she went running because she thought she hit Miracle. So look, I just want to show you real quick. Look how cool that is looking. Do you see that? It looks so freaking awesome. I'm so happy right now. Okay, so anyways, here we're gonna slice again. I'm gonna do it towards the bottom so we could fix whatever's messed up down here. Yeah, that works. So anyways, she went running outside to check because she thought she hit Miracle. So then when she went out there, Miracle was just laying in the, like, how cats, they throw themselves, like, Miracle's just overly dramatic. She threw herself on her back with her paws like, oh my God. And so she picked up Miracle and she took Miracle home. So then she went on this quest. Who did Miracle belong to? Like, they tried to track down the family, like Miracle's family, and they checked her. They took her to the vet and checked for a chip, and
nothing. They put signs in the in Facebook, in the Facebook groups for the neighborhood. Nobody claimed Miracle, but she couldn't keep Miracle because she was allergic, her daughter was asthmatic, and her husband would get hives, right? But in the meantime, her mother, right, the grandmother, fell in love with Miracle. So she starts trying to find a home for Miracle. And, you know, that was the end. My daughter saw the cute picture of Miracle. Miracle was maybe like 6 or 7 months at the time. And she saw that picture and we had to go straight over there to fetch Miracle. So at the time, I was going on a business trip to California, and I just said, we'll do it when I get back. It was, I'll never forget, I was coming back on Halloween. I was like, we'll do it when I get back. So I go over there with my daughter, and my friend is not home, just the mother. And the mother is having a nervous breakdown, an emotional, you know, situation, because she is attached to Miracle. It was awful. I felt like I was taking something so important from this woman that was my elder. Oh my God. I called my friend and I was like, I can't. She's crying. I don't know what to do. And she goes, no, my mom knows that we cannot keep Miracle, and Miracle has to go. And you're going to take Miracle right now. So I took Miracle, and Miracle's been here ever since. And so what we do is we send pictures every year to the family so that they could see that Miracle is okay. Miracle's doing okay. I feel like everything that could have possibly happened to Miracle happened. Miracle got sick. In the middle of COVID, Miracle got sick. She almost died. It was awful. And then after that, she developed asthma. So Miracle has asthma. Miracle has a special dietary needs, so we need to get her prescription food. And on top of that, Miracle decides when she feels like using the litter box and when she's not going to use the litter box. So, as you could imagine, Miracle's not my favorite right now, because she be making me so, you know how hard it is to find your zen, and then you find your zen and then your cat comes and pees right next door to the litter box, and you're like, what? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? That's Miracle. So yeah, to have the colorful confetti. Look how cute. We got the orange. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. We're almost there. We got 3 pages left. Which one should we do? It was supposed to be blue and green and purple, but you know, the purple paper got jammed and it printed on red. Oh well. Oh, I don't know. Can you see how beautiful the sun is coming in? Sun is setting. It's perfect. It's quiet. I'm trying really, really hard. Oh, you love that story, Fatima? Yeah. Oh, we go through a lot with our animals, I have to say. It's not easy. Having pets is not easy because you get emotion. Even though sometimes I'm not lying, I do want to unalive that cat. But you develop emotions because you're human and there's no way. So the other day when Miracle came to my door at 5 o'clock in the morning, because she wanted to play. Did I get mad? Nope. I opened the door and I said, come in. Come in, pain in the neck. Make yourself at home. Ooh, the rice is smelling good. I can smell the rice. How's your enchilada, Maria? Are you still working on the chicken? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how well that trick works. That trick totally works. My rice is smelling real good, but you know what? I need to get the pork chops. Because you know, you gotta pull the pork chops out so they come to room temperature. They gotta come to room temperature. All right, so slicing and dicing, you know, I gotta massage my fingers. Okay. Ready. I'm ready now. Okay. Beautiful. Telling you, this trick works. And also, I'm not kidding, it saves a slice to do that. Okay, this end is not 100% even. Okay, that's better. That's better, butter. Charbatti left, I think. Charbatti went away. My pets are my children. They act like 2-3-year-olds. I know. You got that right. Now, are your pets cats, or do you have dogs or other exotic animals? Bill has dogs, and he cooks for his dogs. So I know he knows my situation. He be cooking the food. When it's dinner time, he be cooking for his family and his dog. One of each. One of each. The other day, you know I'm in Florida and there be lizards everywhere. The other day a lizard got in the house. And I said, rest in peace. You're not gonna last, buddy. Wait till my cats get a hold of you. You're gonna go down. You're gonna go down. This is actually moving pretty quickly and my hands are not cramping up too badly, just a little bit. One of my friends feeds her pets on the table. John, how are you? Hey friend. Look what I'm doing. I'm cutting these out. And I can also, because I have the computer right in front of me, so I can read your comments. So if you have a joke, now would be a great time. Because I can actually see the joke. Feed on the table. Oh my God. I have very hard rules about that. And you know, some people love their animals to that point where they let them, you know, get on the table and you know, all the different things. I trained my cats from the beginning and that they were not allowed on the table or the counter, the kitchen counter. And so because Miracle was trained, then, you know, it was easy because Kimchi just did whatever Miracle did. Look at that. It's gonna be a chunky deck. Shuffling this is gonna be fun. You know, it'd be cool to keep these like in a bowl, and then you put your hand in the bowl and swish them around and pull out a card. I was thinking like a mason jar, but I feel like the opening isn't big enough. But it's turning out really good, and I only have 2 more left. I don't even like mine to be in the kitchen for reals, man. Oh my god. Mine be following me to the bathroom. I'm like, what the hell? Get out of here. She be outside. But I read somewhere that they consider you to be part of their, you know, their pack or their group. And when one goes to the bathroom, like the other one stays to keep an eye on the situation for predators. And there's no predators in the house, but that's what they do. They guard the door in essence while you're doing your business and make sure that you're safe. I thought that was interesting. Hey Lori, how are you? I bought an Oracle deck, and it was a PDF. I have a friend, her name is Kristen, and she runs a shop called Over the Moon. She's on Instagram. I'll tag her after this video. She's on Instagram, she's on YouTube, but she creates these PDF decks. And I've purchased a few, but what I was like, it's time that I print it out. So that's what I did today. I picked up some cardstock. This is pretty heavy, you know, very thick. And so I printed it out, and now I'm cutting out the deck. So the nice thing about these decks is it's an instant download. They're usually not expensive at all. And you have them for life, right? So if something happens and you lose a card, or your pet gets a hold of a card, or it gets bent, or, you know, torn, or whatever, wax gets on your candle, whatever the situation is, you could just reprint it because you own the PDF. So this is a questions deck. It has 120 questions, and I thought this would be amazing for lots of reasons. I thought it would be great if you needed a journaling prompt in the morning, right? So you might pull out this card and you might say, how can I minimize my sorrow? And then you could journal about that. Or you could pull this out at the beginning of a reading, and then you could pull a card. Okay, strength. I mean, look, do you see what's happening here? How can I minimize my sorrow with the strength card? I mean, hello. Or, like, let's say that you did a reading for someone, and, you know, you had these 3 cards, and you did your reading. So we have the the strength card, 6 of material, that's like 6 of pentacles, so card of reciprocity. 2 of emotions, so that's like 2 of cups. So we have this theme of reciprocity, we have this 2 of emotions, this beautiful duality, this partnership, something new. You have the strength card. So let's say you do this, you do your reading, and then at the end of the reading you pull a question card to tie it all together, and it gives the querent a little bit of homework after the reading. What can I do to be heard? And then they, you know, you send them off with that. So anyways, I thought this was an amazing concept. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting out, I bought this, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months ago, and I just hadn't gotten around to doing it. So that's what I'm working on, is cutting out the deck. It was 120 cards, so it's a lot. Minimal cramping so far. Why do I keep doing that? I need to go, like, I can't slow down at the end. I have to, yeah. Wait, did I do the aluminum paper? I don't know if I did it. So the gang said that if if the blade is dull, you take aluminum paper and that helps to sharpen the blade. So that's what I've been doing. All right. John, she did not see the joke. Oh no, I'm sorry, John. I told you to tell me a joke and then I didn't see the joke. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Oh, hi, Millie. How are you? Where's the joke? Hold on. Darn. Oh, wait. Dezarey taught me a trick. I'm using the 3 dots trick. Okay, so John said, oh, okay, you asked for it. Then he said hello to Dezarey, and then he said she did not see the joke. There is no joke. Is that the joke, that there is no joke? You're so weird. Crafting Sunday, that's right. That is right. That way you don't ruin the cards. Exactly, they protect while you are most vulnerable. Yes, that was the cat conversation. Yeah. Yep, that's what they do. That is what they do. I will repost. Okay, thank you. Thank you, John. Yes, please repost, because I was like, what? I didn't get it. I didn't get it. All right, so we're almost done. I'm impressed with myself. I'll be able to finish this amazing project and still have time to get dinner on the table and decompress. I have not journaled yet today, so I'd like to have a little bit of time to do that too. Happy March, everyone. It is March the 1st. Happy March. So, it's moving. We're moving along. We're doing great. We're doing great. I thought I had to give up so many times because first the printer didn't want to print, and then Sharbaddy was helping me troubleshoot the printer, and then we got it printed, and then the guillotine was, the blade is what you call gota. How do you say that in English? So then Maria sent me to the kitchen to get the knife thingy, so I did that, but the aluminum paper trick was even better. All right. It's your birthday month. Oh, that's amazing, Fatima. What day is it? Wait, so are you, what's your sign then? Are you Pisces? I think we talked about this before. I think you are, no? Pisces? March the 9th. Ooh, that's amazing. That's right around the corner. Oh my gosh, wait. March the 9th. Oh, that's next Monday. Ooh. I have to get moving and vacuum some salt from Boots. It was snowing when I woke up. Oh my goodness gracious. You did the cutting, alive, money. You got to spend time with us all in one. I know. I got everything. Everything. Everything that my heart desires. Uh-oh. I gotta fix this. It's off a hair. Alright. It's off a hair. So it was snowing over there. Today I was able to open the doors to get fresh air because it's nice today here. Let's see. See, it's 72 degrees here. Happy birthday. It will be 72 on Fatima's birthday. Wow. Oh, Fatima. John, what you gonna do for Fatima's birthday? John, are you gonna make her, you should make her an ice sculpture with all that snow. You could do like a beautiful sculpture. All right, so this is the 9th page. So look, this is how it looks so far. We're almost there. That's how many cards I cut today. Ooh, it looks good. One more page, and it's gonna be red. It's gonna be red. All right, let's sharpen one more time. Beautiful. He's gonna make her a snowball. Oh, hey Diamond, how are you? It's good to see you. It is good to see you. How are you? How was your day? We're just having light conversation while I cut out an oracle deck that I recently bought. Okay, that was good. That was good. But, you know, like this trick has helped me for the time being, but I definitely think I do need to replace the blade. Definitely. I'm good. You know, it's Sunday. Sunday fun day. I'm working on this craft. I worked on a video earlier today. And I have dinner prepped and ready to go. So after the live, I can jump right into the kitchen. I seasoned my meat, and I prepped the onions because I'm gonna saute the onions, and I put the rice in the rice cooker with a timer. So we're looking pretty good. And then I'll have time later to journal. Do you hear that? That's the rice cooker. The rice cooker says it's ready. It's ready. Last night I started a new K-drama. And I chose it because of the actor. The actor was in another K-drama that I saw that I loved, Gumiho. And Gumiho is a magical creature. This is why I like Korean dramas so much, because like this whole, you know, divination and all these things, they're not as taboo there as they are like here, for example. So it's, you know, almost every K-drama will have a shaman or somebody reading rice, like they cast rice, or cards. Sometimes there's a tarot reader. So it's just super, super interesting. Or they'll have like magical creatures like the Gumiho. And it's just fun. Now, he's not a Gumiho in this drama. I only saw episode 1 and 2. Most Korean dramas have 16 episodes. I saw 1 and 2. And I will likely continue to watch. I always like watching movies and shows from other countries. They're different than ours. I agree. I have always loved to watch international films with subtitles. At this point, I have been watching K-dramas for a while. So now I'm to the point where I can recognize the words, I can recognize expressions, and sometimes I can even tell if the subtitle and what they actually said was different. So it's fascinating to me. I really like. Now I do watch some I do watch some Chinese dramas and some Japanese dramas, but my preference is the Korean drama. Those are the ones that I like. There is a Chinese movie that I'm going to be watching, hopefully today. And It is based on the true life story of a man with cerebral palsy that was shunned in his community. They don't, you know, people with disabilities don't have some of the same rights like we do here in the States. And the film was so powerful that it sparked change in the government, change in some of the ways that they were being regarded and treated by society. And I cannot wait to watch it. So I'm hoping I can do that tonight. The colors are beautiful. Now I can move that out of the way, get all my confettis. I have confettis of cardstock and also of aluminum paper. That's what I use to sharpen the blade. I do need to replace the blade though. Good to know. At least I had, like, it gave me enough to finish the whole thing. So basically, this was a PDF deck, and I bought this beautiful cardstock, and it came in all the colors, and it's like 110-pound weight. I did struggle with the printer just a little bit, so I had to print them one page at a time. But then I printed it, and I just cut them all out, and it didn't take that long. How long have I been live? Hold on. I don't even know. 2 hours ago. So that's not bad. The little thin purple looks like hair. I know. I know it does. So yeah, I like watching those K-dramas, and I have watched some Vietnamese. Believe it or not, I like to watch some of the Spanish, like from Spain, because the accent is different. I've also liked to watch Bollywood movies, basically from any country, because you're right, like the culture is different and their practices are different. Turkey, they have amazing movies and dramas, novelas. They be in Puerto Rico, they watch a lot of Turkish novelas. So yeah, there's a lot. All right, I'm gonna clean. Oh my God, there's gonna be little papers everywhere. Little papers everywhere. Clean up the mess. That's crazy. All right. So, oh, the Fatima Spanish is different too. Yes, and I didn't realize that they had so many languages in Spain. Right? It's not just Spanish. They have other, you know, I don't even know what you would call it, if it's dialects or what. But there's five. I think there's 5 different recognized languages in Spain. Fatima is heading out. Bye, Fatima. Let's see. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, my dears. Oh my gosh, it's 555. It's 555. So maybe we'll pull a card for the collective. Pull a card for the collective before we say goodbye and everybody rushes off to dinner and Sunday festivities. A lot of families have like Sunday family dinner, Sunday fun day. This is the Muse. This will be a deck that I'm gonna work with in March. Oh, you just saw the Seed of Life. Yeah. So now we have the Seed of Life and the other one, which I forget what the other one is called. Oh, there it is right there. Oh my God, you guys, look what came out. The devil. The devil. I feel like this card has been following me. We got the devil. Wow, wow, wow. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna bring it up closer so you could see. Okay. So this is the intro. I don't know what the deal is with her hair, right? But her hair crosses into this realm up here. And you can see there's a lot of fire. And then there's these two beings. Actually, over here, there's like a little doorway, right? And a butterfly. You see that? There's a butterfly. So there's going through the fire creates this transformation. Now you have this figure here and you see the strings. It's like they're puppet masters. And her outfit, the way that they have it here, it looks very much like, almost like bandages, right? Almost like bandages. So I'm gonna set that card down right there. Let's take a look. It is believed by some the hair is the connection to spirit. Yes, and you know, Constance is not here right now. I think she was here and she stepped away. But Constance, anytime she does readings, she covers her hair. She'll put on, you know, a bandana or a cap. Bye, Lori. Or, you know, something like that. And it's for protection because of the same thing, hair. So let's look at this card, the devil. What do we get here? So of course, addiction, bondage, being manipulated, feeling stuck in the confines of your story, needing to loosen up and have fun, a little bit of liberation. The prompt. Ooh, this is interesting. So this gives you a prompt that you could use, kind of like a journaling prompt. So the prompt is slippery servitude. That's interesting. Slippery servitude. Because, you know, a lot of us have this mentality that we want to serve others, right? We want to be of assistance to other people. But at what point does it become more of a slippery slope, right? In terms of serving other people. At what point do we become tied to the idea, or does it become an expectation? That's interesting. I'll tell you what the guidebook says. Approaching their potential downfall, they begin to play with the strings of temptation. How wonderful it feels to break free from the monotony of the everyday. They dance and sing and stir their mind with an aphrodisiac of the spirit. But when it is time to return, they realize that they don't want to drop the strings nor stop the music that they can finally hear, so they go on. Too soon, the slippery slope of desire arrives and they find their arms lifeless like puppets. Yet they feel they have to keep moving. That reminds me so much of, like, you know, the story of Pinocchio, right? Where he goes off to that, I don't know, the island or the land of whatever's. And the longer he's there, the longer he kind of stays attached. And his father figure, Geppetto, was so strict. And then he had the Jiminy Cricket, you know, that the voice of the conscious. And there were so many rules and so many parameters, and he just wanted to be free. So when he got there and he had a taste of that freedom, he kind of went crazy, and then he didn't want to return. That's kind of the idea that I'm getting with this card. So anyways, it goes on to tell you, like, the muse, right? Because remember, this is the muse tarot. The muse asks you to see your self-imposed shackles in order to find your sovereignty and your freedom and rewrite your story so that you can step into your truth. For you, divine weaver, are the keeper of your own beautiful soul. I love that. You, divine weaver, you are the keeper of your own beautiful soul. And then you get like a little poem or something. I'm not sure if it's a poem. Let's see. Who is the devil but my own choice? A capture and her strings. Who is the devil but my own voice? The one who never sings. Interesting. Yeah. So that's going to be my deck this month, the Muse Tarot. I'm excited to spend time with this deck. I got this deck last summer, I think, with the Hay House sale, and we instantly bonded and connected. But because of that, I just, you know, shuffled her and put her up on the shelf, and I never really thought about it again. So I do want to take some time this month to, you know, get to know her and get to understand her a little bit more, and dive a little deeper into the symbolism of the cards and the meanings and all the things. So that's what I'm gonna be up to. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I know this is a little bit different, non-traditional video today. We ended up with this gorgeous deck, which now I will have the pleasure of shuffling. That's gonna be amazing. So let's see. That's gonna be crazy. There's too many cards to shuffle. Like if I did it like this, I really wouldn't get anywhere. I'd just make a rainbow of all the cards. So would I shuffle like this? This way would take forever. Oh, I like the sound. The sound is nice. Yes, for talking me through my situations. I feel like this way would take forever to shuffle. So maybe we can do like domino style. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if they get flipped around and, you know, all the different things, because, you know, it's a square deck. And I'm not going to be reading, it's a question. I'm not going to be reading reversals on a question, right? That would be weird. So I'll give the deck a shuffle like this. And it's not going to be amazing, but it's gonna be better. Ooh, that looks so pretty when you do it like that. I would just wanna like make sure that they're all facing the right way, right? And yeah, I'm already dropping cards on the floor. That gives it a shuffle. Did I drop? Yes, I did. I dropped one on the floor, and then you do like that. Now, it's still not completely shuffled, but it's better than what it was. So let's see. Can you riffle shuffle? Oh, I could see this one is not cut properly right here. It has like, do you see it? I need to fix that, because I feel like it could fall apart there if I don't trim that. Where was it? Right there. There. That's better. I haven't even cooked and it already smells so good. All right, I was gonna see if we could riffle shuffle, I think. I would have been so, like, I didn't want this many reds. I wanted more purple. Oh, well. Ooh. It looks really pretty when it's shuffled, I have to say. It's satisfying. Paper cardstock is printed again on purple. Yes, I guess I could, but now I'm just being like particular. That red is actually pretty because like you were saying, it like, you know, kind of looks a little bit like red, like pink. So that's pretty cool too. It shuffles good. It feels good in the hand. Okay, now that I have it shuffled, if there's anybody that wants a question before we sign off, let me know and I'll pull a question for you. And then it's not so much of a reading, it's more like something that you could work on your own. Magenta. Oh, you're right. It does look like magenta. Magenta, and you could, I mean, I wouldn't call it like a side shuffle, but kind of. You'll take a question, okay. Look at that. You can shuffle it. It looks so pretty. I mean, look at it. That looks so good. All right, so Spirit. Oh, Spirit, thank you, thank you. Thank you for this deck. Thank you for the person who created it. Thank you for all the friends that hung out and shared space. And question for Dezarey right there. What's holding me back from happiness? There it is. What's holding me back from happiness? Well, so maybe you could incorporate that into your journal. So like, let's say that you decided, oh, I want to pull cards around that. What's holding me back from happiness? We have 9 of materials. Whoa, that's interesting. 9 of materials is interesting there because the first thing, you know, the first thing that came to my mind was the fundraiser for the hockey. That was the first thing that came to my mind. What, you know, like accomplishing that, being able to see that milestone from one end to the other could potentially like help you, and maybe it's not so much happiness, but more like a relief or like a little bit of a support coming in because the pressure is so great, you know, to raise the funds for that. So that's kind of what that reminds me of a little bit. That's really pretty. Anywho, you get the idea. All right, so that is how you could work with a deck like this, a questions deck. May I ask a private question? Like, do you mean, let me know what you mean, Maria. Like, do you want me, you're welcome, Dezarey. Do you want me to pull a card, or like, let me know what you mean by that. About me and my ex. Do you want me to pull a question out and see what the cards say? We'll be together again. All right, so let's give the deck a shuffle. What can I do to be heard? Just from what I know of your situation, Maria, I feel like this even resonates for me, and I'm not even you. What can I do to be heard? I feel like there is something that you are wanting. This is something that you've been wanting for such a long time, and you're looking for the answer. You're looking for the way, an alternative, and you possibly feel like you're not being heard. Like no matter where you go, you're not being heard. So I'm gonna pull out one tarot card and we will see, because sometimes we want things that are attainable and other times we want things that are not attainable. And so, let's see, Ace of Emotions. So Ace, you already know, this is like a gift from spirit, a new opportunity, a blessing. Emotions, you already know, I don't have to tell you. We all know that this is something new. What can I do to be heard? It's time to invite something new into your life, Maria. It's time to invite something new into your life in the space of emotion. And I'm not saying that one emotion covers another emotion, but I think you see how she's standing. It's like that's called in yoga, it would be called like a heart opener. So it's like you need to open up your heart to spirit and see what is available to you right now. What can you do to be heard? Open yourself up. Open yourself up to the universe and see what is possible for you. So that's my message for you, my dear. Ankita, is that you? Oh my gosh, Ankita. I was just kind of wrapping up because I like cut out this entire deck. But I'll pull a card for you. Anushka, I'm not really doing readings today. I was just pulling out little cards just to test the deck. But I know Ankita, and she's a regular on my channel, so I'm gonna pull a card for her. But if you want, if you subscribe to the channel, hi Karen Suki, you're so cute. We had arts and crafts today. I cut out a deck. I cut out a deck. Okay, that's the card that came out for you. Did you notice that all the cards that came out were this blue color? I noticed that. What surrender is necessary? So I'll put that aside and put this back in the deck. We'll give this deck a shuffle and see what comes in. Karen Suki. Karen Suki, you're not late. I shifted my time a little bit. I was feeling unwell on Friday, so I decided to rest and recuperate. And here I am. Ooh, Ankita, you have the Magician. What surrender is necessary? Let's look at this Magician card. Okay, so she's channeling from spirit, right? There's these 4 orbs here. To me, that is representing the 4 elements, right? So you have this green for earth and blue for water, and this like reddish one for fire, and this one here for air. And she's channeling. She's becoming a channel, because you know what the Magician, as above, so below. Where is surrender necessary? So let's take a look and see. You got the Magician. That's a major arcana card. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to share with you the keywords here, okay, from the booklet. A potent message of your creator magic. You know what that means. because it specifically says creator magic. That means that you have the power to create your reality. Where is surrender necessary? There's something that is not serving you that you gotta let go of and focus instead on creating what you want to see and release what you don't want to see. That's what's happening there. Powerful manifesting abilities, forging your reality. See, forging your reality, connecting to the 4 elements, which I shared with you, having latent talents and skills, creativity. This is interesting. Steering clear of manipulation and the misuse of power. So if there is either a person or a situation that you feel is manipulating you, know that you have the power to change that. You have the power to change that. A time to seek good intentions. Okay, a time to seek good intentions, seeing truth versus illusion. So you have that idea, hi honey, seeing truth versus illusion. So you might want to sit with that today, right? Like make a column with truth and then make a column with illusion and then write down on both of those, truth and illusion, and compare those two. And then look at the question, where is surrender necessary? What is it that you need to let go of? Indigo, oh, that is so sweet. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, is it saying to surrender? Yeah, there's something that you have to surrender. So what I'm thinking is you make the 2 columns. One is your truth, right? Your truth. And the other one is going to be illusion. So you want to be able to separate those 2 because the illusions are the things that you are going to want to let go of. Sometimes in that moment, you feel the weight of everything and it feels like it's yours to deal with, but it could be that it's not yours, it's somebody else's. So there is something that you do need to let go of, and I have a feeling that it's an illusion created by somebody else. So that is my message for you. A little bit of journaling, okay? So make your 2 lists, your truth and your and the illusions. All right. Indigo. Indigo, it's good to see you. And thank you so much for coming in and making the contribution. That's really sweet. Thank you so much. So I will go ahead and read for you. I was wrapping up because I need to start getting dinner on the table, but I will read to you before I go, okay? So did you have a question? Oh, you're welcome, my dear, and I love you too. Thank you so much for always coming in and visiting with me. I will see if I can try to make, like, you know, maybe alternate. Maybe I go Friday sometime and other times on Sunday so that I can, you know, have some time with you as well, because I know it's harder. The Friday night live is a lot harder for you because of the time difference. All right, Indigo, let me know. Do you have a question? It's good to see you, Indigo. Indigo, channel member, shout out. Shout out. Q. Okay, is cutting cords necessary to move on from pain in my past? Okay, that's a great question. So, in that case, I think we're gonna pull from the questions deck at the end of the reading. So let's see. 3 hours completed for live. You are completely dedicated to your work. Oh my gosh, has it been 3 hours already? Yikes, that's crazy. All right, so this is for Indigo. They want to know, is cutting cords necessary? Is cutting cords necessary to move on from pain from my past? Whoa, that's a tough question. That's a tough question. I think that sometimes, is this really necessary? Do we have to go this far? I don't know, let's see. Let's see what the tarot says. Do they have to cut cords? Do they have to cut cords? Mm-hmm. Wow. Justice. Wow. I mean, you could interpret that different ways, but I feel like this card is coming in, justice is coming in, and you know, justice, the scales of justice, the sword of truth. I feel like justice is coming in to say, in order to bring things back into balance and to make things fair again, yes. I feel like that's a yes. Look. Because look at how beautiful this card is. It's right, like when you do that, it's like you shed this outer layer and your new self gets to step through. Wow. So to me, I feel like that is a yes. So I'm gonna see if we pull out a question from the questions deck, and this would just kind of give you something to mull over in your mind. Maybe if you're a journaler, you could journal, or you could meditate on the question that comes up. So let's see what comes up with that justice card. That doesn't seem to resonate. What is my role in my community? I don't know if that resonates, but what I'll say is maybe instead of community, like what is your role in this relationship, right? What is your role in this relationship? Because if the relationship, if you have no role in the relationship, then yes, you definitely need to cut the cords. If it serves no purpose for you to stay in the current situation. That's the second time today that justice showed up in a reading too. Wow. Wow. I've been trying to figure out next steps professionally and personally. So the question is relevant. Okay. Wow. See, that goes to show. Sometimes I think like, I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me, and it makes sense to you. That's so interesting. Thank you for saying that. That is so true. Yeah, so that is your card, Justice. And I'm gonna just quickly go into the guidebook just to see if there's anything extra, because I like the way that they did this guidebook for this particular deck. Right here, Justice. All right, so in here, the prompt is karmic alterations. Oh, so could it be that it's a karmic situation that you're in right now, and that maybe this is meant to make some alterations in order to repair previous karmic, I don't know, like tears or rips in the fabric, right? If you think about that. Think about that. Karmic alterations. And all the things race through her mind as she approaches the gateway of justice. Even though the destination is the same, the way she arrives has great bearing on her experience of the journey. Have I done the right thing? Do I feel proud of my actions? Have I been honest and fair? Do I walk with integrity? Have I acted in alignment with my heart and with my values? Those are all great, great questions. Wow. Her benevolent intentions have seeded her path with positive experiences and added ease. With a clear heart, she takes full responsibility for her actions, and with the law of cause and effect, her reality has been fashioned in kind. In the beginning, there is choice. In the middle, there is justice, law, karma, and in the end, we meet our own heart with great clarity. So the little poem at the end says, all that is left are choices, and yet all I do is sway. When right and wrong are voices, then the caused effect I pay. Inconsequential deviation, and from black and white I stray. When my passion clearly pushes me back and walks me toward the gray. Ooh. Wow, wow. Wow. I hope you go back and replay this because I feel like this is the answer to the bigger question, the deeper question that you're bringing today. That's amazing. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, Karen says maybe you are setting examples for others who watch what you do. No, that's possible too. I'm big time of change right now. Okay. All right. Well, as always, thank you so much for coming back, and thank you for your kind and generous donation. I appreciate you, Indigo. You're always welcome. I didn't go live on Friday, but hopefully this week on Friday I'll be back. And yeah, I'm gonna close out our session for today. Thanks so much for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. I'm very excited about this questions deck. I can't wait. This is gonna be a regular part. I feel like this is gonna live on my desk. I think it's gonna be so good. I can't wait. So once I get settled, I'll go back and I'll put timestamps in the video, and I'll add the links in case anybody else is interested in the questions deck. And you know, I wish you all a wonderful rest of your day, a Sunday fun day, as they like to say. So I'll leave you with that. Thank you, and everybody have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.